Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, all you awesome people? We see Jason the Tiger Osborne in there dropping those FAs. Got Crypto Padel, we got Tech Man, we got that Goblin Dude. Tech Man going fashionably late. No, we're on mining standard time.
We're on my I had a baby time.
Right. So what's going on?
I was waiting for hands to open up.
What's going
on? Child that is now freaking 6 months old today. Can't believe it.
Right.
Can't freaking believe it.
Happens quick. They grow up fast, and then you're like, man, where's the time? Where'd the time go?
Oh man.
What's going on, like Retro Mike? What's going on, Integra Guy? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? And if you're just sliding in here, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button. If you're new here, subscribe, dude. What you waiting for? Got your two favorite home doges on here. Yo! And if not, we will be soon. Hey. Did you see? Did you see that new GPU? It's the Moore's Thread MTT S80 graphics card. Guess what? It can play Crysis. Yo!
It can play Crysis?
You can. That's what it was reported. I saw that. I was dying. I'm like, that's the benchmark. It can play Crysis. I mean, come on.
We'll start smashing the dislike when y'all are 7 minutes or more late. Facts. I don't blame you.
Hey man, it still counts for the YouTube algorithm, so it's a win. It's input, it's data. That's all YouTube really cares about, I think. But yeah, this this MTTS 80, man, it's kind of got that like Radeon look to it, with 4,096 cores, based on Musa architecture, 16 gigabytes of GDDR6, not 6X, just regular 6. But it really has that like Founders Edition, like Radeon style card, with how they had the
just more square.
Yeah, really boxy.
I love that the picture is Crysis.
I know, right?
It's funny.
Right. I know. I was like,
it was a good lull.
I was like, really? Like, wow, I would have never thought. It's like, any reactions, positive or negative, at least you got engagement. That's all they care about. See, Retro Mike knows.
Yeah, this is that new company, right? More Thread.
No, they've been more of a Chinese exclusive. I want to say that part of this company is also doing stuff directly for the Chinese government.
GDDR6.
We also need to see proof of hash rate from Jason. I mean, it's like if it could push Crysis, and it has 4,096 cores on there. I mean, if I had to take a stab, I mean, it's 16 gigabytes of memory on there.
GDDR6 too.
I know.
So it's not 6X.
Right? It's not a high wattage card. It's been measured around 110 watts.
No, the dislike button still doesn't show the number. They don't want you to know how many people dislike your videos.
And we can't even make it show it either, even if we wanted to.
Hopefully my audio is still good. I touched the cord on top of my thing.
It's good. It's good still. You good? But yeah, I mean, I had to take a stab, I would say this thing will probably react like maybe a 3060 mining for the wattage that it's already being recorded using. It's like, I'll take a pallet of them. Yeah, I don't know how you'd be able to get your hands on any of these. It's one of those. It's interesting, but I've known about
comparing it to the
A770.
threads.
Yeah. As their
It's
closest,
terrible something to compare to. In my
because they're like, well,
let's say LE770 is still being like, not like developed hardware wise, but software wise. So like, why would you compare something to something that's like not really
because
in comparison to the rest of the market?
Because you're not competing with the top tier market yet. So if there's anything on the lower tier, if AMD was the only thing on the lower tier, then they would be comparing themselves with AMD, but not NVIDIA. It's marketing suicide to sit there and be like, the competitor has this, but we only measure up a half of what they are. You still want to buy us?
We won't be as good, but
right. Instead of that, they were like, hey, can we call in the fluffer? Call in the fluffer. And they fluff some numbers up, and now you're scraping off the bottom of the barrel to make yourself look 5 times better.
Aww.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a man down. that was on camera, dude. You can't even undo that.
Proof of crumbs.
You can't use
proof of crumb
2023 prices and top tier in the same stream.
Sorry.
Sorry. God, he thought that was funny. He's like, market fluffer. I mean, it's basically what they did there.
770 in stock on Newegg, right? Hell yeah. It's only like 200 something bucks.
And it's getting better with the driver updates, which is nice. That's why I have been trying to not dog on the ARC series. I'm like, Intel hasn't done a GPU in a hot minute. It might take them. It might take them a couple of tries to get this right.
A couple generations.
Well, I mean, considering how much they've already improved just in the drivers.
As a daily driver, over a 1660. I mean, it's better.
Well, the 1660 is basically a 1070 Ti competitor.
If you play a lot of games, like a lot of newer top tier titles, I wouldn't do it. Not yet. I'd wait. My personal opinion, I'd wait.
Right, I'm interested.
If you play a lot of the newer games, older games are okay.
I'm interested in their battle mage when it comes out.
Yeah, next generation.
Yeah.
So in second and third generation are going to be a lot better. Wait for mature software. Yeah, the newer overclocking, like Intel software tool, used to be just like it's kind of like a splash screen whenever you opened it, and you couldn't do anything else while you had it open.
Oh, it was worse whenever I first got it.
And on the last update, now you can open it up, and it's like a completely separate window. So you can actually like do things in the background, or if like, for instance, like if you had like a miner open or something, like you could actually watch the stuff like you can like with a regular overclocker, right? Like you'd be able to do that instead of like now where you can't see any settings whatsoever.
Oh, dude, whenever that software first was implemented and you opened it
And
up,
before you
there
opened it,
was
it took forever.
no. It was like when it opened up, there was no clear defined how do you close this afterwards. You
Oh yeah, you just
actually
have to like
you had to
click somewhere off of
no
the thing.
no you had to control C out.
He says A770 is good for game PC. Nice. How is your A770 technically? Or I mean, your wife's A770.
But yeah, I mean, like, imagine having to use Linux commands to get out of a window.
Know that you had to press like Alt F4.
Yeah, Alt F4 or Control C. Oh yeah.
Well, you both have one.
It was so.
I didn't know that you got one too.
It was nice. So stupid on how they had that. That was like one of the first things they updated on their drive with their drivers. Was they fixed that so that it was easier to get out of it. But yeah, I mean, I tried to not dog on them the whole time that it was coming out, and I was like, I'm being fair with them. They're just getting back into the market.
Yeah, I pinpoint that. I know you are, bro. I know you are. Well, there you go, though. Got one. At least you know TechMan has the A770 and he plays games on it. So
yeah, they were good for DX12 Ultra already. They were already optimized for that. So that's your AAA titles, all brand new.
I know that last update took a hot minute to like install. Like that. Usually they're like features. Pretty quick, but dude, it took like a good minute. Like, I did a lot in the office. I kept like walking by, and I was still watching it download, and I was like, "That's a big one, man. this is a good one."
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't notice any like just normal use like performance. Nothing was snappier.
No.
I'd be curious to know what like streaming width will be better, probably. Now the encoders are better. I would imagine that'd be cool. Playing video, maybe automatically playing video would be better, because I know that was like a big hiccup for a moment. Whenever we first installed it, like we would record a video and we couldn't even watch it on the computer because the encoder wasn't like right. I was like, what? Oh, that's weird. Weird stuff. On a 3060 or the A770.
Oof.
Man, that's a hard choice, man. 3060 is a good card.
Right.
I love a 3060. I play games on it like nonstop.
And if I was gonna be split, and if I had a chance, if I was looking at the 3060 class,
has
I would look RAM. I would look at the 3060 Ti and splurge a little bit more. Save up a little bit longer.
You get more VRAM. More VRAM on the 3060. 3060 Ti is just 8. You get 12 in the.
Yeah, but it's GDDR6X. It makes a little bit of a performance difference that the core hits higher.
Makes more of a heat difference too.
Most people, it doesn't make any difference. Average consumer wouldn't notice the difference.
A770 is 16 gigabytes.
What up,
A770? Not
Ralph
bad.
Cooper?
Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's a
hard one to toss.
It's a hard choice.
Yeah, it is.
That's a hard choice.
It's like you aren't gonna get any if you want to check out ray tracing. You're not gonna get that with the Intel. So
I know my first generation 3060 performs better than my all of the ones that I had previous, because I was running 2 of them in my PC at the same time for a minute, and I had my non-LHR version in there. But once the drivers on all that came out, I had to swap them because my LHR card had to be first. had to be first in order for the drivers to work, for the experimental drivers to work. So whenever that happened, I ran with the with the LHR card first, and I noticed like a good performance decrease. Like I could notice it playing the same games. Like it was definitely there. Now I don't know if that's just because LHR was a present at the time or anything like that, but I do know I could tell a little bit of a difference between playing like the same game. Between non-ALID, like first generation, like third generation.
Right.
Because we all know that they 3060 had multiple generations of it. Multiples.
Yep, and then there was at that certain point where they were just like, oh, we give up.
Thoughts on Dynex? It's a Putin coin. So I was doing some looking on it earlier, and like I like it, right? But it's pre-mine. Like good amount of it's pre-mine.
It was Ethereum, and everybody was mining it.
And it's already like floating on the market. Like the funds that are pre-mined are already on the market. So I don't know. And I didn't like dig too far like down into the white paper, but you know, proof of use for work is what it's like aiming for, and there's like nothing else to compare it to unless you're like comparing it to like what light paper we do have for proof of use for work from Flux, and it uses every resource the PC like has to offer and needs like the best of like the best. Dynex just utilizes your GPU, and you can't take full use of a GPU on like a mining rig. Like you're only gonna get like you're not even gonna get by 4 lanes on most mining rigs. Yeah, you're usually only by 1, so you're not even gonna get any of the performance out of that. So I don't know that it's really proof of useful work. I think it's just proof of work.
Right.
That might be useful.
Right. A shortcut on
So, I don't
proof of
know.
useful work where they only use like 10%.
So I'm not really sure though. That's kind of where I'm at on it. Is that it was pre-mined quite a bit. Kind of gives me vibes of how not gonna like poop and post odies here or whatever, but Ergo, because Ergo's didn't know that a lot of their stuff was actually not pre-mined, but like minted, right? Like you're mining blocks, but you're not mining Ergo. You're solving you're validating transactions, but you're not mining Ergo. You're getting Ergo as a reward for providing the validation of like the work, but you're not getting mined coins. Like, they're not mined. They're already mined. Like it's borderline pre-mined, but they were I don't know. It's a weird one. So like that's what it kind of gives me the vibes of, is that it was pre-mined, but then we're not actually mining coins. We're just validating transactions.
My retro mic is useful-ish work.
Useful-ish, yeah. It's a good one. Well, that's my thoughts on Dynex. It's super freaking profitable though. Profits are profits in a market like this.
Right.
Can't be picky. Beggars can't be choosers. You know what I mean? And if you're able to be profitable on like, if you're able to be profitable on like a 1080, 1070, 1060, like
when is the flux
you're
happening?
asking a lot. The 8th.
The 8th, okay. So right after Harry Potter comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, we're gamer nerds in the background too.
The calendar, and I'm like, all right, man, like I'm gonna be so busy that day too, so it's gonna suck so bad. Yep.
That sucks.
It's okay.
True.
Facility first.
Yep. But well, you have the evening the game.
Oh, I won't have the evening to watch a baby and sleep.
But
I think the perfect project with perfect profits and a perfect mining efficiency. You better.
right, and I expect no less.
You deserve no less, sir.
Right.
Taking a huge gamble. CPU mining Uranium X seems like a decent project. Still people point. Yeah, I mean,
A lot of alts are Russian. I don't trust the wallets. Actually, a lot of alts are either Russian or Ukrainian. Ukraine has a lot of really good back-end developers.
No ashes.
Man, did you see that the Antminer E9 Pro sale? Like,
dude, it was sold out
over in
like
less
10
than
minutes. It was like 10
from what
seconds or whatever.
yeah, it was 10 seconds and people were already being told no.
Yep.
But when you go onto like ASIC miner value, in stock, Cool Dragon, Cool Mining Central, mineshop.eu, Guntis?
Maybe he got some.
Isn't the mine? Isn't mineshop.eu? Isn't that his? Isn't that Guntis?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, he's got them in stock. Vipera Tech, AK Miner, BT Miner, and NHash. NHash is the only one that doesn't have. No, NHash is the only one that doesn't. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I know someone at NHash, and I'm gonna like give them a call and see what they got, see what the deal is, because I know people are looking for them.
Yeah, NHash is the only one that doesn't have any. But yeah, I mean, it's like these things just stomped all the ASICs that were out there.
I actually find it really funny if you go to NHash is my jam. I know they're good people, man. And they're stateside, so it's you don't have to pay like extra duties, taxes.
Really?
Just nice.
It shows them as being in Hong Kong, unless they've got a location here.
They have a place here.
Okay.
Here. Yeah. Later, Ralph Cooper. Much love, buddy.
But it looks like, depending on where you're grabbing them from, you'll be like right around that reasonable rate. Will be like $2 to $3 grand on it. Unreasonable, you'll be in that $4 to $8 grand.
It's a secret. LOL. It is a secret. I mean, now it's not a secret, but no one watches it. It's okay. Just you, 13 people know about this.
Right.
What I find funny is, according to Mine the ASIC, which seems to be giving better. So, Mine the ASIC. These websites you need to be like checking out here yourself there, dude. So, minetheasic.com. Doing pretty well for ASIC miner like values. The E9 Pro, its most profitable is not Ethereum Classic. It's actually ETH, making $6.69 a day.
Oh my gosh.
ETH, not even Ethereum Classic.
Wow.
I find it really funny that people are like, everyone's like, it's gonna kick Ethereum Classic's butt, and I'm like, it's not even going to Ethereum Classic. Like it's not even going there. I mean, most people are probably going to put it to Ethereum Classic just because they don't know ETHW or don't trust ETHW or don't give two craps about ETHW. Any of those reasons. They're not going to go mine it unless they're looking at stuff like this. What did Acer Miner Value say it was mining Ethereum Classic?
It doesn't. I don't think they sit there and designate what they're mining on it. Yeah.
Oh, nice, Integra guy. He says, I haven't ordered to get one. He says, we'll see if it pans out.
Nice.
Score, man. What was your final, like, pricing? If you don't mind. Gonna buy one from a scalper and put it on ETH. Just throw them all off, man.
Right.
How do you even mine ETHW? Can I get payouts to BTC with 2 miners? No to the second one, and you would mine it just like you would mining anything else.
Right, just like you would mine Ethereum. Mine Ethereum once upon a time.
If you don't know what wallet, if that's what you're wondering, you would use MetaMask. If you're looking for a wallet to use to like get the coin, MetaMask. But yeah, mine the ASIC. It's pretty cool website. And then the other one that I've been using is hashrate.no. And that has been super helpful for like cards and even FPGAs. They even list FPGAs on there, which I thought was pretty cool. They don't list the BCU, which kind of hurts my feelings. Just a little bit, because I love the BCUs. But I mean, whatever. They do list the C1100 as well as the U50C, the TH53, and the Foreskin 33s. All of which at why it keeps doing that. At 10-cent power, all of which are in the profit. Man, I really wish my order for the C1100 worked out. That really pisses me off. That one hurts my feelings. And then Red Fox posted that post on Instagram the other day with posting with his. I got mine back up and running, and I was like, I just had to double tap it and give it a heart and cry a little on the inside.
Right.
Like, dang it! I should have tried harder. When they denied me, I should have just tried to place another order like everyone told me to. I should have done it, man. But I didn't. Yep. I got cold feet. I thought no meant no. Try again.
Man, did you see that the new Power Color liquid cooler from EK?
No.
Oh man. It's got the Red Devil logo sitting right up on top of it. It's like, oh, so if you're wanting to get yourself a nice, a liquid cooled Red Liquid Devil series, this thing will look pretty pimp. I think if you're trying to do it. You know me. I love my water blocks. They're just so much nicer to deal with. They really are overall.
Waiting for a nice A and B card to come out. Like a nice looking one to match the Life's build. Because right now it just has the XFX. That is always a tongue twister for me. I can't can't say it right.
I think that's like a lot of people, yeah, because
it's just like I want to like flip the letters around. And then it's like I see it, and I'm like, tongue twister. But that's what I have in there now, and it's a good card. It just I look over at the machine, and it just aesthetically doesn't match the rest of the rest of the machine. You know, it's like you look at it and you're like, you just don't belong, sir. And then one of the fans died, so sucks.
Oh, well,
they don't
anymore.
sell replacements. They do not sell replacements for those at all.
Wow.
Retro Mike, I'm hurt. They don't list the Black Miner. Yeah, they don't list the Black Miners. I mean, in their defense, Black Miner as a company is like gone. So, I mean, but they list the Squirrel. So I guess I can't really say anything much about that. They list that. But they don't list the BCU though. So, or the CVP13. None of those.
Interesting. It's not like the Black Miner FPGAs were all that anyway.
How dare you compare Squirrel to Black Miner? I know, man. At least Black Miner didn't like continue to screw you. Knowingly. Kind of. Other than like, you know, like their centers went offline. Or they had to move the center. And the hash rate never went offline for coincidental reasons, but definitely your stuff wasn't mining anymore.
Right. And that,
other than that,
and at that point,
they weren't stealing people's funds.
They were in the yeah, they are if you think about it.
At least up front, you know, at least they're not here. Give me money for a product that we know that you know that they're probably not gonna give you, or at least you think they are. I don't know. It's such a shitty. It was a shitty comparison. I'm sorry.
So what you're saying is that if you're gonna compare them to scam, bankman, fraud, what are they, a Ponzi now? That doesn't make the argument any better. They were still ripping off their customer base for profits. They were trying to dig themselves out of a hole and decided to use customers' equipment to do so.
Yeah.
And the customers were still getting charged.
Like all the helium miners that never Man,
yes.
That hole just keeps digging itself, right?
Yeah, and then having Red Panda having one of the devs for helium on his show, and basically going, yeah, we're blocking a bunch of the DNS requests now. So
dude, Networkbits isn't a developer for them.
Or he wasn't. Oh, but he was sitting there talking about it. Okay,
he's just a really devoted advocate.
But he's sitting there talking about how they're freaking basically censoring they're mining any of the miners that are on the network now. It's like,
I mean, it's pretty much
that's censorship, and shows that it's centralized.
It's not bad, Tech Man.
And it also shows that they are you know, they'll do what they want. You know, you have no say so what happens with the network. What up, Big Rome?
Don't mention Squirrel, they won't go postal. Man, I don't blame him, man. I feel bad. I was excited too. Hadn't I been excited, he wouldn't have bought them. So really, it's my fault. I was excited. I was too excited. So, I'm partially blaming me. His hatred is because of me.
I got burned on an FPGA myself.
Hashtag blame it go. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Everybody. It's fine.
Once upon a time, I had great excitement for FPGAs, and then I find out how dark and how crazy the community is with the FPGAs overall, and how quickly they will fucking rip you off for a buck. For every one person in there
not all of them will do that to you.
For every
there are some shitty ones out there, though.
for every one person that's willing to do the right thing, they're being outpaced by 10 other fools.
I just want to say that, like, I still can't get over the fact that, I mean, Retro probably understands this, but Rumple is selling hardware in, like, Dreams Discord and the FPGA Discord, and no one's giving him crap. And that's what's, like, irking my nerve right now, is I'm watching him, like, chat, and no one's, like, losing their shit. And I'm like, we gotten soft? Or is everyone, like, that was here during that time period just not here anymore and don't remember what he did to people? Or, like, we just
I think that the community cycled itself out. Everybody got tired of dealing with the garbage. The community
when I saw him posting him, like, in there, I was like, so, sir, I'm surprised you're even in here. Surprised you're showing your face. And
oh yeah, it's like, oh, you know, it's like, when will GPU Hoarder decide to show his face?
I have helium miners from Imran. I still have helium miners from Imran, and they are still, like, actually mining, and I got 2 of them that are, like, doing really fucking well, like, really well, like, super well. Was actually rather impressed. I just was curious because of the stream today, and then I went and looked, and I was like, what? Okay. I think I have one that's been like rejected because it shows it's offline, but it's not offline. But the other 2 are doing great. It's kind of surprised. I'm just ready for the day that helium, like, not helium, but Emirates phases out or something because of the helium hype being, like, phasing out.
Right.
Do those machines come useless?
Not sure.
They have control over them and they're locked. So, like, do all of those machines become useless?
More than likely.
That'd be pretty crappy. I like the idea of helium. I hate the implementation of it. I agree. I love the idea of helium. I loved it. Absolutely loved it when it came out. But what it turned into is an absolute nightmare and dogfire shit show. I do wish them all the best on the upgrade, though.
Yeah. Like, good luck with that.
I'm watching it because I'm very curious. Because if it works, like, it's gonna work, man. Like, it'll work well. If it doesn't, it's back to the drawing board. You can only sell them in bulk now for 2 GB buy.
What's up, Pocket? What's going on?
Thanks. What's up, Pocket? I never heard of the crank thing, though, until he was talking about that today. It's the first I've heard about the crank network. But I'm working on
you rock.
We miss you, Pocket. Pocket, before you leave, remember all of the clothes and stuff that you sent, right? That you and the man sent, right? So he is now, like, officially, like, big enough to wear all of those clothes because he's, like, 6 months old today. And we were like, now we're phasing out all of the clothes that he doesn't fit anymore and, like, moving in all of the clothes that he does fit. And now all of those clothes are, like, in that phase of clothes. And I was like, Hey, look, it's all of the clothes from Pocket and Gem Change. Fucking awesome. Absolutely love it. So the moment that he starts wearing it, I'm gonna get some pictures for you, and you can share them if you would like. Just no face. I don't like showing his face on camera. But yeah, I'll tag y'all on a post on Twitter whenever he gets into it. There's one that says the newest to the team, and it's true because he's the newest to the team, and it's like perfect. It's fitting.
Yeah, because it fits, right?
Yeah, that's right. It fits.
It fits and it's clean, and he'll wear it.
So glad you can use them. People tend to always get infant stuff. I said I'll go a few months from now. Thank you. That is like the best thing you can ever do. Yes, Simpics, I will do. But yeah, that's the best thing you can ever do as a parent is buy something that's not infant or newborn.
Right, something that they'll be in for more than 4 weeks.
Sometimes less than that, man. Like he had some newborn clothes that he maybe worn one time, and that was it.
Oh yeah, my brothers.
There was tons of newborn clothes that he never even got to. Like
my little brothers like skipped over like sizes and stuff because they were growing like little bean poles. Like you're like, oh shoot, it's getting bigger. Make it stop.
Thanks, man. So I appreciate that Pocket Change more than you know. I have so many girl clothes we've worn once and gone. So like I've had girls for a while now. So like switching to the boy, I was like I had nothing in anymore. Like my son is like way older. He's 11, so he doesn't have any of those hand-me-downs anymore. He's way past that.
Right.
So thanks, Techman. Gotta get Jay a house so we can pile it full of computers. Techman, in your garage full of things, I'm gonna call it the room of inquirement. Do you have a record player? I need a record player, like a good one. I went to Best Buy like last year and we bought one, and it was like absolute dog crap. I spent over $100 for it, and I took it back like within like a day. Like, I took it right back. We have like so I showed you the one that we have, like the Zenith one, like the big one that we have, but the motor in the turntable is like starting to give out, and like no matter the setting you're on, sometimes it's just not spinning fast enough or spinning too slow, and it's ruining the quality.
That's where I've always I'm a big advocate for a good turntable.
Computer stuff.
I'm an old school rave kid. Like when raving was like amazing back in the 90s and everybody was doing it and it was cool. Yeah, that was when I was doing it.
When it was cool.
But Technique turntables, pawn shops, you can usually get a screaming deal at a set of Techniques.
Technique 1200, direct drive.
Yeah, you want Techniques. The pricing on them are cheap now, especially if all you're picking
the one that we
up
have is a Zenith. The only right now is a Zenith. I'm like an actual record player. I'm not trying to like scratch and think. I want to actually play records.
You can scratch on it, but it plays records just the same. It just gives you more speed control. That's it.
Yeah, no, I don't care about any of that shit. Be able to play records.
That's because that's the Technique 1200. I'm saying get the old stuff. You don't need the brand new the baller Techniques. He's not a full blown DJ.
I just want to play unless they're direct.
But you can get low end Techniques that are like 10, 15 years old, and they will play just fine. And you'll probably be a couple $100 on it. But you'll have one that's like
Zenith is great, and it was like fantastic.
Yeah,
So it's like,
but Zenith doesn't. I used to work on
they're not
Zenith.
around anymore.
Right.
And like now you
That's the
can't find
problem. You
parts
can't
for
put
them
the
anymore
parts.
either. So like the antique that I have now, I would love to keep it, but I can't. Like,
You would have to pull it
just
apart,
costs too much to like
look at the
to fix it.
motor. Well, you would have to do it yourself. Look at the motor and
Mm-hmm.
then replace it yourself. It's not hard
Yep.
to do so. A lot of times it was just that it needed to get a good cleaning in there and a belt replaced. Because the belt starts to stretch and slip. And the motor could be wailing away. And it's just not gonna, because of the drag of the record, it might be. So you might just have to replace the belt on there. So
maybe.
I always tell people, just open it up, and just turn it on and see what happens. Like it while it's spinning, take your finger, like just tap it and see how quickly it just the motor keeps on spinning and the belt stops.
I love that thing. It's been in our family really forever.
Tech Man's like, I have 2 Technique 10s downstairs. He does have a set of tables. Mikkel, he has a record player. He has Techniques.
Jeez. Gonna be posted ones of the Techniques SL 1200 MK direct drive turntable case.
These are expensive.
$424.
Yes, they're an
that thing has been hardcore loved.
They're bulletproof. They're amazing. Man. But though that is the gold standard of record players. You want to play the record? You want to sit there and do that Black Sabbath song backwards and hear the devil speak through your speakers. You can do that with a set of techniques.
We were playing music earlier. My daughter got my wife and my daughter have a collection of like Taylor Swift like records, like full records. And they're all like colored and like cool. So I was playing hers because she got one for her birthday, and she goes, "Can you play it?" And I said, "That's fine, I'll play it." So I started playing it, and it was like mid song, and it was like going fine, and then just like slowed down. And it was like, she goes, "What just happened?" And I was like, "Yeah, well." So I think it's getting to be about that time, and it just like kept doing it and kept doing it. I was like, "No, poor thing."
No play record play you. Ha ha ha.
Thanks.
Man.
Turn it on. I had to like spin the record, like spin the table. The table wouldn't like get up and go. I had to like put my finger on it in the middle.
Right.
Give it a whirl. And it was like, you could hear it go, you hear like things spool up, and I was like, someone needs some lovin's.
Yep. So about this title we have here. I mean, should we even discuss that? Are we allowed to discuss that publicly now? Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
it's pretty clickbaity, right?
It is. It was like really clickbaity. I mean, I clicked on it because of the title.
I clicked on it. I clicked on it and it went live. Like I was all for it.
Right.
I was like, click live, let's go. I'm ready. I'm for it.
Right. I'm all for this, man. So about this power, man. I mean, how much power are we looking at? You know, and it's a lot.
Man. I mean. A lot that I've ever dealt with.
I know.
More than I've ever dealt with.
There's a lot of giggity in there. There's a lot of giggity. There's a lot of giggity coming.
Very.
Did we get like contracts back yet from OG&E? Did we ever check on that?
I don't think so. I mean, not on the weekend. They're gonna do nothing on the weekend.
I mean, we talked to him during the week.
It was finalized Thursday and coming back from legal, so I would assume. He said maybe Friday.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna hold my breath because of all the ice storms. I
Right.
wasn't gonna hold my breath this last week. When it continued and they were like, when I saw like the outage counters keep climbing and I watched like OG&E's outage like keep climbing, I was like, yeah, they're gonna be backed up for the next day or two. Even our electrician, when he came out to look at the like to do stuff for us to like check out and give us a quote on some temporary power and everything. Even he was like, even he's backed up. Like he has jobs that he's trying to get done that he couldn't get done because of it. So feel that.
So yeah,
Feel that.
We're gonna get a
But
lot
yeah,
of
I mean,
power.
lots of power.
So we're gonna get temporary extra couple 100 amps.
Yeah, so I was. I'm not gonna hold my breath because like I know what's there, right? And then I'm told that we're able to get more than what's there. I'm not sure how that works.
Because you got 3-phase.
But then one guy said
phase.
no. Then one guy said yes.
And
I don't know.
And I'm agreeing with the second guy saying yes because
I
it's
originally agreed with the
3-phase.
second guy. You know what I mean? Like it made sense, and I was like, "That's right." And then the other guy said, "No, you can't do that." And then our buddy's like, "No, that's right." I'm like, "What?" I'm confused. So do we have more than 100 amps, or do we only have 100 amps?
It's 100 amps at 3-phase. When you break it
Because I know
down, you
I
double
only
it.
installed, I think, was like 5 more 30 amp plugs, right? And then he told me that I can install 10. He goes, yeah, you need to get double the amount of boxes if you're wanting to like max it out. He goes, you might as well use it all. Like, you might as well max it out than to have extra or whatever left over.
Right.
No, I was like, what? I can do 10? Sir. So confused because he showed me the panel that I already had there, right? And he goes, well, you can have more than what's already here. And I said, I bought enough breakers for 100 amp service. He said, yeah, 100 amps of like 220.
Yeah, it's 3-phase.
I'm gonna stick to one guy from now on, and like not just go between guys. Just go to convenience.
Because when you're dealing with 3-phase, you've got double the amperage.
That's what I thought. Same amount of watts, but it's double the amperage.
Right.
So, yeah.
So it depends on how you break it down. Now, unless it's not
power, yes, unless it's more power.
Unless it's not truly 3-phase and it's just 220, then you only have the 100 amps because there's nowhere to break it down further.
Right.
Because 240 single phase is 240 single phase, no matter how you slice or dice it.
Right. Single phase is single phase.
Right.
Can't split that. Can't split number. Can't split a 1. Split a 2. And a 4. And a 3.
Right.
Can't split a 1. 1's not divisible by 1.
So yeah, we'll have that coming in, and then we'll have big power coming in.
So ready.
Oh my god, so am I. Once that big power comes in, let the fun
Told me to
begin.
make sure we have room for a chiller.
Chiller, huh?
Yep.
How big is said chiller?
I don't know. He said if we want that much power, we're gonna be things will be toasty.
Oh no, you don't need to run it like that. No. That's the whole purpose of the server cases. You have designated hot and cold. You can if
That's what I'm hoping for.
If your air temperature is at
X, hopefully I'm gonna prove him wrong.
Yeah, you don't need to run chillers because that.
Even the big farms don't run.
Yeah, I'm like.
Riot doesn't run one, and they have like what 7,000 ASICs.
Right. You have the one in Rockdale, Texas. They don't. They're outdoors. They just got rain protection over the top of them. It's like what the chillers do for you overall is it allows you to be able to push it a little bit better, so you don't have any performance loss.
But it's still, it's a lot of watts.
Right. I would sit there and say that.
I'm cutting holes in walls before I do that.
Right. We just need airflow and lots of it. Period. That's the easiest thing in the world. Like that's been my idea on that since day one, is just airflow. You know, it's like as long as you can keep your hot aisle isolated away from the cold side and it's not pressurizing on the hot side. So
push it real good.
So if you don't have enough, like let's say you cut so many holes into the wall, and after you cut all the holes in the walls, you start noticing that you're feeling heat kind of radiating out of your server cases, and that's because your server cases are pushing more air than the holes by themselves can handle. Then you start looking at sticking fans into said holes to help move the volumetric, get the volumetric efficiency up on it, and you stop pressurizing your hot side. That's all you need to do. As long as the hot side doesn't pressurize. I've tested a lot of different design setups in my room for airflow. And I'll tell you what, negative airflow, negative air pressure is the best to play with. Because the negative airflow, air
like
pressure.
When the grow tent sucks in on itself.
Yeah.
Because you need to pull more air. Too much suck.
Yeah. You should
not enough below.
It should try to. I mean, there's that point of diminishing return, of course. If it sits there and you're like, you can't pull air in fast enough.
They forget who it was, like in the community. They posted a picture of it that their grow tent was, their mining tent was hashing away, and the fan that they had inside there to exhaust the fan was too big for the tent, and like the whole front end was like sucked in, and like it was like touching the rigs on the inside, because like it on all sides it was like sucked in. I was like, geez, like those poor things are like suffocating, like physically suffocating. I'm surprised they weren't having power issues.
You see, in a rig situation,
because it's like that's suffocation. Like I figured they would be hotter in that situation than they would be in like the right situation.
Yeah,
because it's way too much suck. Yeah, all four corners, man, were just like.
And something like that would work if it was a rigid container that it's sitting in. That's why a negative pressure, like tower case of your piece for your PC works so nicely with negative pressure, because it can't collapse in on itself. And it's the same thing if you got you pull a building into a negative vacuum, it's going to pull air from every little crack and crevice in the building, and you get the Venturi effect, which you get that added cooling effect because it's like rushing out of small little orifices in the walls. It's like, oh look, hey, we're we're creating a crack in the wall. You know, it starts off as a little, oh, somebody must have put a screw here. Next morning, there's a crack coming out of it.
Like the facility, bro. It's like you found out like where there was cracks that we didn't know existed, like in the wall, like in that one spot right where that old board was, and like it was like you couldn't feel any air coming like through there until you added the exhaust fans in there, and then all of a sudden you're like, where is that draft coming from? Like, there was never a draft here before. Like, where is this cool air coming from? Like, you put your hand up and you're like, is that the wall?
Yeah.
There's a crack right there.
Yeah, and then you get the Venturi effect out of it of
pretty wild.
High pressure rushing to low pressure, and you have a natural cooling effect.
Good times.
It's like drag racing has taught me some like cool little tricks with airflow and being able to play around with it. You can almost like treat air like water. The way that it flows is identical to water, so it's just you don't have so much coefficient drag.
Weird. So some people are saying that there was a $150 million hack on Polygon, but there's like no coverage over it.
Oh, they're probably going, don't talk about it. We've got to get our money out first before the market tanks. Gundy's like, did somebody say coefficient drag?
Ooh.
It's like, it's what you got.
Talking fancy, dirty words.
Right. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Like the cooling fans have so much coefficient drag on there. That's why it takes so much power to get so much airflow. And then there's a point of airflow where you get diminishing returns, and you just can't spin the blades fast enough to get any extra performance benefit out of it for the added electricity being used. Well, I don't need to know about that, Gundy. I don't need to know about you and your tents.
Tents now. What's in the tent?
So should we tell them like how much power we're getting?
Like so much power.
Man, should we give them like a number? Do you think? I mean, they're over for the people.
So,
the people that are here
chat,
have been here for over a
think of a number between 500,000. Or no, sorry. 499,000 and 500,000 watts. Pick a number.
Like, man's coming in. He's like 800 amps.
That's what I asked for. Retro Mike. 490,000.9999999 repeating.
Right.
Close. So close.
Gundy's like 6 megawatts. You need 6 megawatts, man. I wish, man. I don't have that kind of startup capital.
Yeah, I don't. I know what it costs for that. I'm good.
Right, for now.
Yeah, for now. Soon.
So
nope, less.
So should I just like say it? Say it.
We've got a 0.5 megawatt worth of power.
You said it so centrally that NVIDIA Broadcast didn't even let you say it.
Oh, really? I tried to get it all super
I was like
sensual.
sitting there and I was like listening and I was like, I didn't hear him say anything.
We're gonna get a 0.5 megawatt worth of power. Yeah.
Did that work that time?
Oh, it worked.
Ooh.
Panda needs to hit 65,000 kW to get a cheaper rate. Yeah, man. We're getting 500 kW. Half a megawatt.
I paid $650 for 5,500 kW.
kWh. Kilowatt hours.
Yeah,
kilowatts and kilowatt hours is different. Close.
I'm afraid. I'm kind of excited to see the electric bill, but at the same time, I'm
terrified.
Right, dude. I'm like,
I am terrified.
You just scoop your jaw off the ground. You're like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of watts. I'm ready to see what the new electric rate will be. Because it's an all-in cost. There's none of this other like fucking bullshit that we do on our current build. It's like extra here, extra bill here, extra cost here, extra cost here. We're splitting your hours up between this amount and this amount. Like, oh fuck, man, why I gotta do all that?
Right. Power bill is the power bill is already like right at the rent. It's like, whoa, we got there quick.
They are almost one and the same.
Right? It's like, woo.
Yeah. They are almost one and the same. But I'm ready to see what the rate's gonna be because it's gotta be nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be playing with a 0.5 megawatt worth of awesome power. We'll have a fuse panel in there to be able to utilize a lot of that power right off the bat.
Like right off the bat.
Yeah, because the panel we're getting, the panel we have is going to be how many?
I'll have to double check. Because it uses things that I'm not familiar with. It's not normal panel.
So when will the banner be fixed, or when will Nem get his Twitter back? Oh, I'll never get my Twitter back. They're too ultra woke trying to nuke the company. Twitter's dying.
Slowly but surely. When will the banner be?
Because it's got the banner below us. It's got my Twitter, my last Twitter handle.
Ah, it does. Huh?
Yeah, and you can already tell with the number 2 that this is not the first time.
Maybe Nemesis 3.
Right. Start back all over again.
I think traditionally socials are all dying. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nerdstream. Yeah, Nerdstream's pretty cool. I've been looking at it. I have not like fully dove into it, but I've been looking at it.
I will say that it's not so much of the Bitcoiners. You got the actual core Bitcoin people. They're actually on Mastodon. That's kind of where it depends on what client on Mastodon, because it's
Okay,
just
a lot of those Bitcoiners are toxic anyway, so they can stay over there.
depends on how you want to look at it, though, too.
I love them to death, man.
Depends on how you want to look at them.
Man,
It's hard to be
okay. Like, oh my god!
It's hard to sit there and call them toxic when a year later they're correct. That's like sitting.
It's not saying that they're not wrong. It's just the way they're going about it. You know.
Okay, so here it is. You're on your 9th cycle of seeing this. And you see your 9th wave of people, newbies, coming in, and the 9th round of people going, you don't know what you're talking about. You kind of start getting a little, it's like the cynical grandpa where he's just going to speak his mind, and then you can deal with the information however you want to deal with it, and good day.
You don't want to listen, then so be it.
Right. Here's the information. It's cold, and it is what it is. I'll see you whenever you figure out I'm right.
Then he got blocked by Luke Jr. Dang, because I asked him how he lost all his Bitcoin. That's a sensitive subject, man.
Luke Jr.
If I was someone in his position and someone was doing that to me, I'd probably block you too. Just to be honest.
No, Luke is a sensitive one.
He is very.
He's
so I'm saying if I was
he's
him,
super
in his situation,
sensitive.
I'd have blocked you too just for asking it. Just for mentioning it, you're gonna get blocked.
Oh, me and him fucking got into it. We were both of us were both making valid points. I didn't at the time know that Luke was a dev at the time.
Stage left.
Oh yeah, I had no idea that he was a dev. Me and him locked her,
and then exit stage left, so you can't put in the next word.
Oh yeah, but
walk away before you even get.
But because I was in a whole Bitcoin thread, he had to deal with me head on, dude. It was like, and
he's
then
smart as shit.
He is, but it's like, bro,
it's always those smart ones.
Mm-hmm.
Always the smart ones.
And eventually he's smart with computers, but when it comes down to real life, he's not so smart.
Yeah, I got a friend like that.
Yeah, that's Luke. Yeah.
Computers real good. Real life not so great.
Yeah. That's why I don't like have anything to do with Luke. He's out there.
You just let Luke do his job.
Yeah.
You just leave Luke alone.
Right. I don't talk to him.
He will just do his job and does his job as long as no one messes with him.
Right.
Don't distract him. Don't throw peanuts at the peanut gallery. Not saying that he's a peanut, that's for sure. I'm a peanut compared to him. Facts. We still use WPA2 for Jeebus sakes. Facts, dude. It's so broken.
So, all right, we are over that 1 hour marker, guys. I think we're gonna call it here. I'm not sure what Luke all does, but he's an oddball. He is certainly an oddball. Yo, for sure, Gandhi. No problem, my dude. Like, thanks for the stream.
No problem.
So, does anybody else have any other comments or questions before we head up out of here? Is anybody else streaming right now that we can redirect to?
Jumping in real live.
Yeah, let's make sure that redirect is set up. You got that going? All right, I don't want to do it if you're already doing it.
Done and done.
Awesome. So, guys, like we will end. We'll go ahead and end it here, and then once the video is done, it will automatically redirect you right on over. Yo.
Auto magically.
Right, auto
DCA
magically. Woo! And just put down DCA raid when you get up in there. Huh?
Oh, Gunny was asking if we're not supposed to play GTA tonight. Maybe.
So, yeah, but
maybe. It's pretty tired, to be honest.
Right.
Not
Auto
like
magically via
sleepy
chat
tired,
GPT.
just exhausted.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, dude. So, thank you everybody for being here. Definitely smash that Lizzie like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the bell notification for everything. You know what to do. You know the deal on this one, guys. Thank you everybody for being here. If you are, if you haven't done so yet, we have a Discord down below. We'd love to have you join part of the awesome community that has been ever so growing. And if you would like to have your rigs hosted at the facility while we're getting more power, definitely join the Patreon. Links down below. Get into the pseudo hasher tier, guys. Be there. That's where all the cool kids are. I'm just saying, especially if you want to have your rigs hosted at the facility for like 9 cents a kilowatt hour, all in, effective, you know, just saying. I don't know where else you can get your rigs hosted for cheaper, really.
Yeah, GPT is biased. I said
it. Chat GPT is either woke or a white supremacist. I'm not sure yet. It's like the family mind for the win.
Right.
That is true. That is so flippin' true. So thank you everybody for being here and all that good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and sign up out of here. So peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. We'll see you on the next one. Yo.